What's going on, y'all? Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. I want y'all to hit that like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit them notifications so that you're able to get all of my content as well as all of my videos. Now, we all know J.J. Reddick, man. Former NBA player, former Duke standout, and right now he's an NBA analyst, has his own podcast. He always is on First Take. Uh, Now he's on there from time to time. He was more frequently um, several months ago. And speaking of First Take, radio personality Bill Simmons feels like J.J. Reddick should not be on First Take anymore for a couple reasons, okay? And he feels like J.J. Reddick is obviously doing it out of, spite, and he really doesn't like being on the show and everything, and you could tell that he doesn't like appearing on the show, right? And he says, what's the point of being on there when he's an analyst, when he's doing commentating, when he's has his own podcast, things of that nature. And I get what he's saying, However, I do disagree. I think having J.J. Reddick on the show, and I know some people, I'm probably gonna take a hit for this. I really don't care, man. I don't know the dude personally, but I think the back and forth between him and Stephen A. I think is good. I think it's must see TV because Molly, although I'm not a big fan of Molly, this is what I will say. She did have a good point. When those guys had got into a heated debate about KD's leadership, and that was the topic and everything. And I don't know if y'all remember, JJ Reddick was really really pissed off, and Mad Dog had saw it, and you could clearly see that JJ Reddick didn't have any type of poker face. But Molly, to her point, she did say that, look, we have to understand what the basis of this show is. It is a debate show, okay? And she was spitting facts on that. And look, I'm not the biggest Molly fan at all. Me myself personally, I don't even think that she should be the moderator. But hey, that's my opinion. However, a lot of people feel like, Bill Simmons is amongst them, that J.J. Reddick should not be on there. J.J. Reddick is a former basketball player. Just to give him credit, he did play in the NBA. He had a successful career. Now, in some people's eyes, they don't see J.J. Reddick as a success in the NBA. They see him more as a role player, and because he's not a future Hall of Famer, and he wasn't a superstar and everything, some people try to put him in the lower class and everything. And then also we got the skin pigmentation stuff, that's going on, and the WS stuff. I'm not gonna really get into that. I have my feelings about that, but let's just specifically just talk about him as a TV personality, and as well as him being an analyst, okay? I think that J.J. Reddick should continue to be on there, because whether you like him or whether you hate him, he's still going to draw views, okay? And the people are going to get in their feelings talking about him. It's just like Colin Cowherd, okay? A lot of people don't really like Colin Cowherd, but they still tune in to see what that guy says. A lot of people don't like Stephen A. Smith, but they still tune in to what this guy has to say, And then when you have two guys on there that love to debate, and in this case, 9 times out of 10, J.J. Reddick is always going to be the contrarian, It's must-see TV. People are going to talk about it. People are going to, they're going to do their stories about it, and people on their channels are going to give their take on it. Okay, so me myself personally, Bill Simmons, I think, you know, he's capping, okay, and I don't see that as a solution. As a matter of fact, one thing that you gotta give JJ credit, even though that you might not agree with a lot of the stuff that he says, he's always gonna, you know, throw a wrench into what they're talking about. He's not gonna always agree with anybody that's up there. You know, he's gotten into it and had back and forth, not only with Stephen A. Smith, but Kendrick Perkins, with Mad Dog, with everybody. And I think that is good for TV. JJ Reddick, you can kind of compare. Now, look, I'm not saying they're the same, so don't take it and run with this, okay? But you can kind of compare him in a sense to Skip, because Skip is always going against the grain, even if he makes some of the most outlandish takes, okay? So these are my thoughts, and these are my opinions. You may have yours, as long as you keep it respectful. Make sure you like this video, share it, subscribe, also hit the notifications so that you are notified. Until then, it's straight to the point, sports and entertainment. I'll get at you later.